The artistry of Lynne Arriale. She opens the Dakota Monday and plays through Tuesday night. The Dakota, 1010 Nicollet in Minneapolis. And a world traveler, Lynne Arriale. Good to renew with you.
Oh, thank you. It's great to be here. How have you been?
I'm good, and you, I hope, are well beyond jet lag now.
I'm fine. We just played in Milwaukee tonight and had a wonderful concert. We had a lot of fun, and we're really looking forward to coming to Minneapolis.
And is your usual trio populated by one Steve Davis and Jay Anderson?
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about this theme that we just played, American Woman. Its origin and...
Well, that was a tune that I remember hearing many, many years ago, and it's by the Guess Who. And this is part of the Arise CD, and this tune came to me. Sometimes when I'm preparing projects, all of a sudden tunes just kind of pop back into my head that I haven't thought of for years. And this one came, and even though sometimes we play for audiences and they don't necessarily know this tune, it still has a very kind of catchy tune, catchy melody to it. But of course, this is a war protest song many years ago, and with what's going on, it kind of just came up in my consciousness, and that's why we put it on the album.
And in short, very timely.
Yes.
I'm talking with Lynne Arriale, and Lynne, we've been programming for our audience here one of those nights in the summer up there in Switzerland at Montreux. And not very many of us from this part of the world get there. You might just sketch out a little bit of what Claude Nobbs has done with this festival and your part in it and how you sense everything, the audience and, just the stretch of it all.
Well, the Montreux Jazz Festival, I don't know how many years it's been in existence, but it's one of the major jazz festivals in the world. And the beauty of Montreux, of course, is just, incredible. It's right on this huge, gorgeous lake with the mountains. And there's really a wonderful jazz audience. People come from all over Europe and maybe all over the world, I would guess, to hear all the groups that are playing almost nonstop for many days of this festival. And we were so excited to be a part of it and to also record a live concert, which we have never done before. And there's a lot of pressure when you're recording a live concert for a CD, because in this case we only had an hour and we did one set, and that was going to be the record. Sometimes people do live recordings and they do two or three nights at the Village Vanguard or whatever, and they choose the takes of the different tunes that they like. But this time it was this is going to be it. So we kind of upped the ante, and it was very challenging, but it was exciting for us because there's a little bit of electricity inside when you're under the gun.
And also, too, the other healing part of it is the vibes that you feel from the audience.
Absolutely, and they were very warm, and that definitely affects us when we're playing.
Well, thank you. That's a vicarious way to introduce us to the ambience and the atmosphere of Montreux.
Thank you.
Lynne Arriale, there's a composition that we ought to explore here, and your footnotes will help us. It's from that your latest Arise album. It's title theme, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about it, and we shall listen to it and talk some more.
Well, when the events of 9/11 happened, of course, everybody was completely traumatized and shocked at what was going on, and I feel that I have not only my emotional response, but I almost sometimes hear melodies that are a reflection of what's going on inside of me. And I felt such agony on one level, but also complete awe for the heroism that we saw during that time. And of course, this heroism goes on every day throughout the world, people extending themselves to other people. And but this really was, brought it to light in a different way. I mean, thinking of people who just said, I'm going to take care of you and I'm not going to worry about my life. There are no words for that. But I kept having these feelings well up inside of me, just the love and the respect and the complete I mean, it's really beyond words. And I started hearing this melody for Arise, and I thought about the heroes, and I thought about the event, and I wanted somehow to convey a feeling of uplift, a feeling of what is best, hopefully, about our country, the beauty in the people of this country, and how they can rise to the occasion and care for one another and be really selfless. And I try to find that through music.
Lynn, we invite everybody to listen to your composition, and you stay with us.
Okay.
A composition by Lynne Arriale. Title, Arise. Lynn, a most moving piece of music.
Thank you.
And that, of course, to recap again, was stimulated and worked your muse as a kind of musical tribute to all those involved in 9/11.
Yes.
Well, you as an artist know your responsibilities. You might describe how you feel about those responsibilities and what they are for you.
Very interesting question. Our responsibility, I feel, is to reach the audience and to first really connect with each other on stage and play music from the deepest part of ourselves, but to have really such a wide scope of emotions, everything from poignant to funky to humorous to burning, all those feelings that we have inside of ourselves, the passion, all of these things are translated into sound and into melodies and into different kinds of tunes with different vibes, and taking familiar tunes that people know and shining a different light on the tunes so that it kind of is like an open invitation to people to understand, but more than understand, to feel what improvisation and being in the moment with this music is. Because even though the melodies remain the same night after night, the improvisations are what happen right after the melodies, and that's different every time. So there's really the magic of not really knowing what's going to happen, but speaking a common language with the other members of the trio and having enough trust that the music can go in almost any direction. And that's what I've always wanted to do, is to really give people a couple hours where they can just be absorbed in sound and melodies and kind of get away from the stresses of life. And we all know that life seems to be going a lot faster than it used to and can be a lot more stressful. And I feel that music in general has the potential to soothe and to just really engage people in an important way.
Lynn, we look to you bringing that vibe to the Dakota Bar and Grill Monday and Tuesday nights at 1010 Nicollet in Minneapolis, and you, Steve Davis, Jay Anderson, carrying the messages. Thanks very much for taking time to be with us.
My pleasure. We are so looking forward to it. We love playing at the Dakota the last few times, and it's such a wonderful audience and such a great feeling, and we really look forward to this.
Once again, we appreciate so much you sharing your feelings and your music.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.